it's been rumoured on Reddit that there's going to be new hair, 6 new unnamed weapon categories, and new AI goals. A new Legacy Dungeon map has been also revealed, and a new Colosseum map file suggesting a Gauntlet-type edition. Map changes made at the most divine towers. Now, in this section where the boss flags are declared, they left out the room for 30 flags for the DLC purposes, but that does not mean that 30 bosses will be added, and they just made room for those. So, this is all a little bit of a rumour, but quite exciting for Elden Ring fans. And you know what? We've got Matt in the office, who is also a big Elden Ring player. How are you, Matt? You good?
Big Elden Ring player is a bit of an understatement, I think. I'm worryingly obsessed. I think I'm on my 4th major build run right now.
Go on.
And I'm currently playing the Gravity Mage, which is a cool, sexy title.
Yeah.
For essentially running around throwing massive rocks at people. This news. I mean, we are waiting for DLC for Elden Ring since the day Elden Ring came out, basically.
Yes.
What's amazing about the community in Elden Ring is just this has been going on for years and years now, but they are so passionate and they're so I'm in awe of how smart these people are, being able to break these games and find all this interesting stuff. There's been cut content, there's been bosses just left in the game that they've not half finished and just left there, and people go and find them, and then you can go and play them, and they give you all the mods and stuff. So
yeah.
The fact that they've been able to go and find latest patch 1.7, they've been able to go in and go, right, I've got this footage and this footage and this and these things that mean this is all new stuff. We know this is new, therefore this must somehow be linked to the DLC. It just blows my mind. Big shout out to Sekiro Doobie. That's the guy who's guy or girl, I'm not quite sure who's broken this one. So
Absolutely. I mean, does that make you even more excited to keep playing?
Well, of course. I mean, we're looking at the major things I think people are wondering about. The major ones are the Colosseums in the game. So there's 3 Colosseums in the game, all of which you get to, and they don't really do anything. You know, they're just sort of sat there. One of them's got a big jar guy in front of it. And you look at it and you go, okay, what exactly are these Colosseums for? Most people think it might be PvP. Most people are thinking it will probably be something to do with going in and maybe matching up some other players, having a fight, maybe some sort of wave-based thing where the enemies keep getting thrown at you. But basically, you wouldn't put something that big in your map if you didn't have a plan for it.
That's it. I mean, it just keeps expanding. I mean, the map itself is already huge, so the fact there's more being added is crazy. Just absolutely, it's exciting though. I mean, when it first came out, Matt, give us a little rundown. How long did you play it for when it first came out?
Well, I played it at Jinx actually at first. We got an early copy, so we were playing it on day. I think I completed the first game in about a week and a half. I completed it, and then went back in straight away and played again. So I think I got 1,000 hours on my Steam account at the moment.
Ooh, look at you.
It's gonna be really interesting. I'm curious what they talked about. There's new weapon categories, so there's going to be weapon categories. Indicates to me that it's not just weapons in basically to sum up an Elden Ring. Weapons go into different categories, so swords and daggers and colossal swords and axes and staffs and magic. If there's new categories, that means there's new types of weapons that we haven't seen before. I'm curious as to what that means. Could that mean that there's going to be weapons that we just don't understand? Maybe there's going to be more tied in, because there's so many things people want about the story of the game. There's so many different aspects that people go, we don't know enough about this. What is this?
Yeah.
Why are we investigating this? I mean, I could bore you to death with it, to be honest with you. But I'm interested to see if that all ties in. And then also they're doing stuff with the Divine Towers. So the Divine Towers are where you get these kind of heirlooms and stuff, and you get these parts of the ring and parts of the Elden Ring and lots of complicated things. Yeah. But they are fairly just, you turn up at the big magnificent tower and there's just an item you pick up and that's it.
Yeah.
If they're going to be changing them in some way, I'm really interested to see how.
Do you talk to the community as well? Is there a ongoing kind of conversation between the community of that play Elden Ring? Is it quite a close-knit community?
Probably more of a lurker than
a lurker.
I don't really talk to these people because I'm scared of them.
Yeah.
And I'm scared of being on the internet anyway.
That's fair.
Watching them, there's so many people who do great YouTube content about Elden Ring. If you're interested, Vati Vidya, who is the lore guy, everyone knows he does all the story. Man Fight Dragon or Lance McDonald, he's a great one at breaking these things. My favorite one is Zully the Witch. She does a daily video where it's just a minute and it's some text, and it's always something really interesting that she's found about cut content in the game.
Love that.
I mean, there's loads of others I'm probably missing as well, but a lot of what I tend to learn about these games now comes from YouTube and from people making content.
Oh, absolutely.
I get this most games. It's really, that's how a lot of people engage with these games, especially with these other games where a lot of stuff is hidden and a lot of secrets, and you don't know, like mechanics they just don't explain to you.
Yeah.
You find out through YouTube content. So
absolutely. And Matt, look, on the show yesterday we did talk about the guy who absolutely obliterated all the bosses with not one scratch, no touch, absolutely nothing. Do you reckon you could do that?
No, absolutely not. Not a shot. Like anyone who does these ridiculous challenge runs, I think we talked. There was Miss Mika was the one who did the level 1 dance pads only Elden Ring run. So she basically completed the whole game, didn't level up once, and did it on a dance pad, which is just mind-boggling. Like, how much time have you got in your day? I know you're a streamer full time, but how much time have you got in your day? How much skill you have to have? How much patience you have? Because each boss will probably take you about 40 tries. Like, by about 4, I give up and go, right, I'm doing something else. Challenge runs, I mean, the guy called Lobus Jr., well, he's another one who like, he's done so many ridiculous challenge runs, and every Twitch stream he's doing something completely ridiculous, you know, trying to complete the whole game with a stick and trying to, you know, complete the whole game while all the enemies are tripled, so every single enemy in the game is ×3. Like, if it's difficult, he's done it.
That's mad.
And I genuinely think that's part of the reason why people get excited about watching these games on Twitch and stuff, because you can watch competitive games, and I understand why you watch esports, but why would you want to watch a single player game? Well, it's to see people suffer.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I see people shouting at their screen or something, or people who are so goddamn good that you can't help but look away and go, it's like watching Roger Federer play tennis.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even like tennis, but he's so good at tennis.
Yeah, you
that I just can't
take
help
your
but
eyes
watch
off
him
it.
play tennis. So it blows my mind. But I want more Elden Ring content. I'm just like properly excited about it. So.
Well, absolutely. I was going to say, I mean, like when you've kind of got through it yourself, do you go back and play it again, or do you kind of leave it behind?
No, I think I do. I still play the original Dark Souls every so often.
Do you?
It's like my
Brilliant.
comfort food now.
Yeah.
you sort of, you know the games so well. You know them inside out. You've seen loads of people play them. You play them yourself. It's like watching The Office for the 20th time. Like, you know, we've all been there. We've all watched. You know, we've all got TV shows we go back to just because we need something comfortable, or films we want to watch. For me, because I'm completely weird, Elden Ring and those sort of Souls games are my comfort food.
That's your go-to.
Because I just spent so much time in them that it's like this sort of familiar, okay, I know the mechanics, I know what weapons to get, I know what new toys to play with, all the rest of it. So, yeah, I'm desperately excited to see what more Elden Ring content we get, and these leaks are all just sort of more tantalising by the day.
Absolutely. Well, Matt, thank you for your input on that. And I'm excited for you. I feel excited that I hope these rumours come true for you.
Thank you very
That's
much.
exciting. Now, we're going to go into something that's also been slightly sort of rumoured, but Insomniac Games are set to revive Fuse IP after a new copyright's been filed. So that could mean that there's a brand new game in development. Now, in a now hidden copyright application, Insomniac Games filed a new copyright for Fuse pertaining the visual material. So that says to me there might be some cheeky development on the way. What do you think about that, Matt?
Fuse is a weird one, because that came out maybe 10, 12 years ago, and no one really cared. Like, it just sort of came when it was during the sort of era where every shooter was brown and grey and really serious and military, and everyone was miserable. You know, Call of Duty was big, Gears of War, Resistance, like Killzone, all these games very military, men do men things.
Yeah.
So it just kind of came and went without anyone. So I would be curious as to know why they want to go back to this. But then on the other side, Insomniac, they famously made Spider-Man.
Yes.
Huge superhero game, massive. They became hugely popular again as a result of it. Maybe they're looking to get back into the FPS market more generally.
Maybe.
Because obviously it's still a big genre. I'm really curious as to why they're doing it. This all could just be like because they want to, I don't know, license some T-shirts. But
You never know.
with all these things, there's never smoke without fire.
Oh, absolutely.
There must be something going on behind the scenes for them to think, we might just need to keep hold of this for a bit.
Yeah. I mean, would you play if they made a new Fuse? Yeah. Straight in. You'd be like,
I'm one of these people. I'll play anything. I've been single a very long time.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of spare time on my hands, and of course. I mean, I'd be very interested to see how you take a first-person shooter. I mean, a Spider-Man first-person shooter type game would be great. Imagine the movement of Spider-Man, but with first-person shooting guns.
Yeah.
I'd play that.
You'd be all about it. Well, Matt,
I think you would be as well, to be fair.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Exactly.
It's right on my market. It's my street, that is. Well, Matt, I hope for your sake that it does happen so you can get your hands on it. Yeah, the rumours may be true. You never know.